Sorry, that took me way too long to find the battery pack. Hello, everyone. I had a feeling this would happen at some point, so I got a battery pack off of Amazon, way in advance of the heart rate tracker ever dying. Because I was like, you know, I know batteries. You know what I mean? I know batteries so much that I tried to convince my friend to tell his dad to convince his dad to, instead of investing in a dam, invest into batteries. By the way, I was right. His dad, the dam, it fell apart. It was too expensive to make, and so they lost a bunch of money. But guess what? If he went with batteries, he'd be a fucking millionaire by now. Anyways, welcome to today's stream, everyone. Today we're gonna be playing some more horror games. I had to set up the heart rate tracker, and then it died because the batteries are it's like the thin wafer ones, which makes sense given that the heart rate tracker is meant to be on your body. But this one in particular is actually on my chest at all times. So every time you see my heartbeat on screen, you're actually the closest person to my body at this moment, watching me with it on screen. Does that make you feel good? Here, I'll even show it to you. You're right under my nipple. It's actually really good. I got a waistband, or I got like a chest band version, which was a bad idea. In my mind, I think if you go for like a heart rate tracker, you have to go for like a wrist version. But I got this one because it was the cheapest one, and I see why it's so cheap, because it restricts me from breathing, which is kind of a major deal. Sorry, I need to blow my nose. I just had instant noodles. Today we're gonna be playing some more horror games. We're gonna check out the ever venerable, the ever present, we never actually make a pumpkin in it. Ghost Town Pumpkin Festival. Every year it comes back. It's such a funny concept to have a game that's just here for the holidays and it just fucks off for the rest of the holidays. Because like in terms of pricing, right? You don't need to care about what happens when you have to deal with like very, very, like, let's say like you have to deal with like, oh, super expensive stuff for, oh, I forgot to change the amount that I was going to purchase it for. Oops. Okay, well, it was supposed to be way higher. Like, you don't have to deal with like, server costs for the entire year for like 5 players, and then you don't have to deal with a dwindling player base. You know what would be a sick MMO, actually? And I've always thought about this. There's 2 things that would be really cool from an MMO perspective. One, I need to fix my fan. Give me a second. It's not blowing towards me. I'm dying. Sorry, the heart rate tracker adds another layer of clothing to me, so it gets a little bit too hot for me to actually survive. One, most MMOs are gonna die over time, right? Like it's just a given that the longer a game stays open, the less people play it, because you have to keep making more and more and more. So, 2. This means that the game gets worse over time because MMOs are entirely about the amount of people who show up. In a weird way, we had the best system for an MMO about 20 years ago, because if you don't know, Diablo 2's Season 12, Diablo 2 Resurrected Season 12 is now live. I don't even know how to explain this other than it's not really like a crazy new update or anything. It's just, I don't know how to explain this, but it's like playing a game that forcibly deletes everything, because I think their servers just wouldn't be able to handle things. And so that's what you get. I genuinely I genuinely believe that that's why it is the way that it is because I don't think they would be able to have enough server space to like hold everything. So this is now Season 12. I wish I could show the window. And this was, I think, the prime model for online games, because at the end of every season, you just delete everyone's accounts. So you save a lot on database space, like a lot of database space, right? You don't have to store a whole bunch of data that you just don't care about. And then on top of that, you can just go ahead and just have players come in, because they're going to start all over again, even like 12 years later or however long. Because this game has been alive for a very long time. And like there was one season that went a bit too long because they just stopped updating it. But like, yeah, like people just keep coming back for this game. I did. I kept coming back for it because Season 12, I actually want to get this one thing that I wanted to do for like a while done, which is like a holy grail thing where you find every single item before the season ends, which is basically impossible, but I want to try it. So in my mind, this is already the best model for an MMO. They just, and more MMOs just need to copy that. Like just have a single month where the game is open. Everyone prepares for the entire year, right? You drop like spreadsheets of like stats and stuff like that, and you drop like previews of how things are, and you drop like a solo application where it's like people can like test the mechanics of the game offline and stuff. And I think you have a hit on your hands, because then people go crazy for that. And then all of a sudden, and the thing is, right? Because even if people prepare for it, they still won't necessarily be like ready for it. But there's a good chance that it could even end up being something like WoW, where like a new WoW expansion comes out and it's done within a week, right? And that and that and and you might have a massive player base and you don't have to sit and you don't have to like spend on any server costs, and the game just ends when the final boss ends. Like that would be a great way to end it off, and then you have like a week for everyone to come back and shop around and like sell things and like play the market and like do PvP before it finally shuts down for the next update. That to me is like the ultimate the ultimate MMO where you only get a single window to like play it. And it could be anywhere from like a week long to a month long because it all depends on whether or not people beat it. That's my holy grail MMO. And mark my words, I'm going to try to make that happen at some point. I just need to figure out how to make a game first. Today, I've got a number of games for you. One, I couldn't make enough space. So the VODs for whatchamacallit, dead-leaded departments way too large. The recording went way too hard. It's way too high quality. It's just way too much. In terms of size, I'm looking at how much size is that? 230 gigabytes. As in, it was so large that I couldn't even merge the two recordings, the one with the lower quality and then the one with the higher quality afterwards. And that's kind of a problem because it means that it's impossible for me to actually upload it because there is no single video. Like there is no single video for me to upload. It's just impossible to actually get that whole thing going. So unfortunately, that VOD won't go up until maybe later tomorrow, if anything. Based on how long it's going to take me to even merge the damn thing. Thankfully, Shadow Encoder is a bit faster at that, but yeah, it's a bit much. Sorry, I didn't mean to kill the music. I forgot that the music is also playing in VLC. I just wanted to check out what that VOD was. Two, it simply means that we have more time for different games this time, different horror games. I've got a whole bunch of them. And again, this whole Halloween, this whole Spooktober is me going down a whole list of games that you've probably never heard of in your entire life, which is interesting because I also never heard of them until recently. So a lot of these games, some of them recently, a lot of them I've been waiting for a very long time. So we're going to try all of these out. And I'm excited about today's playlist because today's playlist is, again, Ghost Town Pumpkin Festival, Labyrinth of the Demon King, and there's another one at the end if we have time. I don't want to say it yet just in case we don't have time, but it's going to be weird. That one's going to be funny as fuck. That's going to be like, it's basically, of the categories that I have, today's category is not so horror, Dungeness, which you'll understand once you see it, as well as tragic comedy. So we're going to end on a tragic comedy because I think that's the best way to end every horror session. And I'm going to keep the heart rate tracker on because I want to see how low my heart rate gets at the end of every single day. Again, as a reminder, the accountability circle is currently on. So if you want to be accountable for things and you need help being accountable for things, please sign up. We will actually hold you accountable. We will throw rocks at you. It will happen. You will be hurt, and it won't feel good. But you know what? It feels good when you actually complete your objectives. So, get in on it. Give me a moment to start the games up. We're just gonna go in way sooner than we usually would because there's simply no time today. And I actually have something for you all to watch. It's a little video as I go get coffee really quickly because I didn't get the coffee beforehand. And it's actually just warning though. Okay, just major warning. It's very violent. It's very violent. It's like gore. It's like honest. It's honest to goodness gore. Like it's you might have to consult like your local laws if you're allowed to watch it. Okay. So again, just warning. This is a very scary video. You might not be ready for this. It's the Frog of Pain. All right, I've stalled enough. I've actually been stalling for the horror game because I was calming down from the last horror from like the horror puzzle because that was terrifying. But we have to move on. We're gonna play a game called Labyrinth of the Demon King now. I don't know what to expect. All I know is that this is in the category of Dungeness, which you'll understand as soon as you see it. But this is a not so horror game that's still horror themed. So hopefully you enjoy this one. Now, just give me a moment to set things up. In the meantime, please enjoy the because I need to get some coffee. The Frog of Pain. Okay, baby. Shit. I should have played this song when I was in the UFO driving around. Okay, remind me to do that during Halloween. We're gonna move on to Labyrinth of the Demon King now. Sorry, I just got the drink. Again, this is a. I'll explain more about it, but it's a really interesting looking game, and I think you'll enjoy this one.